Buzz Aldrin. In my opinion, the Apollo missions were our civilization's greatest achievement. They're one of the reasons I got interested in astronomy. And so I was more than excited to have a go at landing on the moon myself. Inside this building is the world's largest moving base simulator, built to help NASA engineers design the craft that carry human beings into space. Every shuttle astronaut has practiced the landing and rollout of the space shuttle in this simulator. But here's a reason I can barely contain my excitement. I can also do past spacecraft, in particular Apollo. And today it's going to simulate the Apollo lunar lander, and I'm going to fly it with the man who test flew it for the first time in Earth orbit on Apollo 9, Rusty Swigert.
Hi, Brian.
Rusty.
Welcome to NASA's Ames Research Center.
Alongside Apollo 9 crew members Jim McDivitt and David Scott, Rusty blasted into orbit on the 3rd of March, 1969, my first birthday. Their mission was to test fly the lunar module that would deliver Neil and Buzz to the moon. In the days of Apollo, the only way to test NASA's new equipment was for astronauts like Rusty to try it for real in space. In the Apollo days, you didn't have a simulator like this, but you had them, of course. What were they like?
For the time, they were very sophisticated. But remember, that was, 50 years ago. So, I have much more capability in my cell phone today than we had on the Apollo guidance computer that took us to the moon, That's hard for people to believe, but it's really true.
This is what simulators looked like in the Apollo days. A cockpit strapped to a jet engine, affectionately known as the flying bedstead. It nearly killed Neil Armstrong. Simulators have certainly come a long way since then. Here at NASA, a team of control room engineers can conjure up an incredibly realistic virtual reality. Everything from the view out of the windows to the control panel displays can be accurately replicated.
I like to think of this place as the anti-surprise laboratory. Okay, we want to see what things are going to be like here, not wait till we're in actual flight.
The simulated motion is so realistic that we both need to wear harnesses. I should say, no one has been able to offer an adequate reason for these straps and carabiners.
It's so that you don't die.
Yeah, good.
Don't worry about it, but that's why it's there.
It's so that you don't die, don't worry about it. I like that. That's the spirit of the 60s, isn't it?
That's right.
Stand by cockpit.
You can feel it. It does move pretty quickly. Before I'm trusted with the controls, Rusty showed me how it's done.
Operate.
Okay. So I'm rolling left, pitching up a little bit.
The aim of the game is to land in the middle of the target on the virtual lunar surface. The vertical speed is correct, isn't it?
Yeah, but now we're heading to the center of the pad. I'll go down a little bit faster now.
A perfect landing. Clearly, Rusty hasn't lost his touch.
If you're over here, you can see the American flag. We don't have any UK flag, sorry.
One day.
Okay, now right seat has control.
Now it's my turn.
You have disabled controls, Rusty.
It's up to you, Brian.
Operate.
Okay, there you go.
Rusty made flying this thing look easy. As for me...
Oh, this is terrible. I think we would have aborted by now.
Are we, well, we're crashing.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Right.
If I was a lunar module pilot, I'd have killed us both. But the great thing about a simulator is I get to have another go.
Operate.
Got it.
I don't have the training of an Apollo astronaut, but I've got technology on my side.
Yep, perfect. There you go. Now you got it.
The computerized controls give me a lot more help than they had in the Apollo days. And of course, I can ask for help from a man who's done it before, a luxury Rusty didn't have on Apollo 9.
Get down to close to 100, and then I'll tell you to hit the button. Now you can see the target coming in. Okay, another time. You didn't even use too much fuel. Right away. Roll angle is wrong.
Congratulations, they're all in the green.
Congratulations. We lived through it.
Yeah, I made it down. Now here with us is Dr. Buzz Aldrin. He was lunar module pilot for Apollo 11, the first Apollo mission to land on the moon in 1969. Buzz, it's wonderful to meet you.
Great to meet you, Brian. Thank you. All right.
Buzz, when I flew that simulator, it was a modern simulator. There were lots of digital aids there, and I had Rusty Schweigert telling me what to do, and I still crashed it the first time. So, but how much more difficult was it to fly Apollo 11, to fly Eagle down onto the moon?
Well, the control system was really quite good. Once the astronaut took over, when the computer was flying, it was very easy. You just kind of watch it do what it's supposed to be doing, and it did that very well. But the control system was such that if you move the controller just a little bit, it'll command a rate of attitude change.
Yeah, so we've got a model.
And then if you let go, it'll hold just exactly what that is.
So you just roll forwards and backwards, and that's the
Right.
control that you had.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can roll back and forth.